Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you here tonight to the Pleasant Lake Lions Club Minstrel Show. We are so glad you came this evening. We'd like you to take a look at our Lions Club emblem. As you look at that emblem, you notice both lions are facing away from each other. They're looking both at the past and the future. We are supposed to remember that we are very proud of our heritage and very confident in our future. Tonight, we are very proud of our heritage. We are presenting to you tonight the 60th Pleasant Lake Lions Club Minstrel Show. What we've done for you tonight, we're going to do what we call the best of the minstrel shows. We have scanned through our previous programs. We have picked out what we feel are some of the best songs and some of the best skits and put them all together for you this evening. To have a 60-year heritage, it's taken a lot of people in order to put this program together for you. And we are walking in their footsteps. What I'm going to do for you right now, I'm going to read off a list of a few of these people. And as I go through this list, you might recognize maybe a grandfather or a father, maybe a brother or an uncle, maybe a friend or a neighbor, maybe a husband. Ed Clifton, Olin Favorite, Jim Ferris, Ray Gilbert, John Glasgow, Weir Griffith, Dick Hollipeter, Max Huss, Ross Lacey, Vivian Finstag, A.C. Scott, Don Swift, Herbie Alleshouse, Herb Moore, Orla Fee, Howard Dodge, Roger Neff, Julius Milholland, Wendell Ressler, Glendora Lacey, Floyd Dietz, Hal Vaughn, Hal Gibson, Ron Hutchins, Dean and Maxine Wolf, and John Harper. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 60th time, we are walking in the footsteps of those who have gone before.
We are following the footsteps of those who've gone before, and we'll all be united on that new and sunlit shore. For when the saints go marching in, for when the saints go marching in, Lord, I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in. When the sun refuses to shine, when the sun refuses to shine, oh Lord, I want to be in that number, when the sun refuses to shine. When the trumpet sounds its call, when the trumpet sounds its call, oh Lord, I want to be in that number, when the trumpet sounds its call. Some say this world of trouble is the only world we need, but I'm waiting for that morning when the new world is revealed. Oh, when the new world is revealed, oh, when the new world is revealed, Lord, I want to be in that number, when the new world is revealed. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, Lord, I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in. Happy days are here again, the skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. All together shout it now. There's no one who can doubt it now. So let's tell the world about it now. Happy days are here again. Your cares and troubles are gone. There'll be no more from now on. Happy shout and sing, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. My baby, please, oh please, oh do not let me fall. You're all mine, I love you best of all. You must be my gal, or have no gal at all. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. My baby, when you hear the bells go ding-a-ling, all join round and sweetly you must sing. When the verse and through and the chorus all join in, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. Oh, hey, hey!
Now, you all know that we had to scramble a little bit to move the show up here from Pleasant Lake. In fact, some of the guys said we didn't have a prayer, so... But I hope we moved everything up here. I hope everything goes all right. We're doing as best as we can. Hey, Eric.
Yes, what?
Didn't mean to surprise you. Do you know why Kevin Stoy is sleeping on the sofa these days?
No, why is it?
I'm glad you asked. Kevin Stoy is sleeping on the sofa these days because his lovely wife Bridget came to him one day and said, Kevin, you don't pay any attention to me anymore. You don't know what I'm thinking. You don't know what I'm feeling. You don't know what I like and what I don't like. Kevin says, oh, honey, no, that's not true. She says, oh, yeah? Tell me, if you know so much about me, what's my favorite flower? Kevin says, oh, honey, that's easy. Your favorite flower is gold medal all-purpose. And that's why he's sleeping on the sofa.
Years ago, I did a little ditty called, Oh Lord, It's Hard to Be Humble. And A.B. Thalls asked me if I would do that again. So for A.B. tonight, I'm going to sing it the first time, and then I want you to sing it the second time. Here we go, Kathy. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror. I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a heck of a guy. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. Okay, everybody. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror. I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a heck of a guy. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. Thank you, A.B.
The other day, I rear-ended a vehicle, and that was the start of a really bad day. Well, the driver gets out of the vehicle, and you might know it, it's a dwarf. And he comes up to me, and he looks up, and he says, I'm not happy. And I said, oh, really? Which one of the dwarfs are you? That's when the fight started.
So I looked down a long hallway, and I saw a bright light and a voice whispering, go toward the light. Would you stop it? I'm trying to tell a joke here. So as we practice through the Minstrel and so on, we get to know members a little bit too well. Well, one of them had a little bit of a shock to me here recently, and when he came into practice, he was wearing a bra. And I said, Abe, when did you start wearing a bra? He said, ever since Nancy found one in my glove box.
Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Nothing of kings, nothing of crowns. Bring on the lovers, liars, and clowns. Old situations, new something aesthetic, something frenetic, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Nothing of cost, nothing of faith, weighty affairs will just have to wait. Nothing that's formal, nothing that's normal, no recitations to recite. Open up the curtain, comedy tonight.
Good evening there.
Good evening.
Bit nervous? Me too. This is a song for my sweetie. You say that I don't love you. You say my love's untrue. But if I was a rich man, I'd prove my love for you. I'd buy for you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. And if my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. I'd buy for you a Cadillac and a new Mercedes too. Well, I'd build for you a mansion upon that mountain top. If my nose was running money, but honey, it's not. It's a booger of a problem that I've got. I wish my nose was running money, but it's not. Well, I'd buy for you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, I'd make all your dreams come true. Well, I'd buy you a John Deere tractor. We'd get rid of that old gray mule. Well, I'd buy you some new bibbed overhauls and a brand new pair of shoes. You wouldn't have to plow barefooted the way you always do. But it's a booger of a problem that I've got. I wish my nose was running money, but it's not. I'd buy for you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, we'd have everything we need. Whenever we needed some cash, all I'd have to do is sneeze. We'd all be living high on the hog, and that hog, he wouldn't look so lean. If my nose was running money, we'd be rolling in the green. But it's a booger of a problem that I've got. I wish my nose was running money, but it's not. I'd buy for you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. If my nose was running money, we'd eat out all the time. Fanciest restaurants in town, that's where we'd go to dine. Well, I'd blow my nose to pay the check, and then right before we'd leave, I'd give that waitress a great big tip that I'd wiped on my sleeve. But it's a booger of a problem that I've got. I wish my nose was running money, but it's not. I'd buy for you a diamond ring and a new fur coat or two. If my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. And if my nose was running money, honey, I'd blow it all on you. And I would too.
History shows that Robert Peary was the first man to set foot on the North Pole. Quite an accomplishment for mankind, and he was asked how he was able to endure the harsh conditions, and he said, protein's the key. So he said, well, how did you get your protein? He said, they killed seals. He said, well, how did you kill the seals? He said, right then, we cut a great big hole in the ice, then we put a bunch of frozen peas around it, and when the seal came up to take a pee, we kicked him in the ice hole. That was funny.
Boy, he plays right into my hands. Everybody knows Bubba. You've heard of Bubba? That's our Bubba. And Bubba's sister is in a bad car accident, and she actually falls into a coma for about 6 months. And when she awakens in the hospital, she was pregnant, of course, and she wakes up and she goes, "Oh my gosh, my baby, my baby." And the doctor comes in and she goes, "What about my baby?" The doctor says, "Well, you're in luck." He says, "You actually had twins. You had a boy and a girl. And your brother came in and he named them." She goes, "Oh my gosh," she says, "Bubba, he's such an idiot. He's a hillbilly. What do I do?" And she says, "Okay, what did he name the girl?" And the doctor says, "Denise." And she goes to herself, "Wow, hey, I like Denise. That's a good name. I can't believe that came out of my brother Bubba." And she goes, "Okay, Doc, what did he name the boy?" And the doctor says, "The nephew."
I'm shining this so I can see myself in it. Is that all right? Okay.
Okay, making a note, Kevin doesn't tell jokes next year. Now, back in the day when Ron Parker was the sheriff in Steuben County, as it happens, there was a new priest at the Catholic Church, Father Murphy. Father Murphy went out one day and opened the door, and there, in the lawn of the church, believe it or not, was a dead donkey. So he calls up the sheriff's department. Parker says, "Sheriff Parker here, can I help you?" Father Murphy says, "Oh, yes, Sheriff. I don't know how this happened. It's very strange, but there's a dead donkey in the yard of the church." Parker, thinking himself quite the wit, he's half right. Parker, thinking himself quite the wit, says, "Well, aren't you the guy in charge of last rites?" Long pause. Father Murphy says, "Yes, but we're also supposed to notify the next of kin."
This town sure is full of a bunch of morons, I'm a-telling you.
Oh, my gosh, my wife sends me out here with this kid every day. I don't know why she doesn't come.
Where'd you get that kid? I got one like him.
That's just unbelievable, isn't it? That two would be alike like that.
He not right. He not right.
Well, look at this. Is that right?
That's not right.
That's not right.
Where did we get these kids?
Well, that's a good question, you know. Look at the hair on that and then look at the hair on that.
Well,
Doesn't look right.
I got a little more you got.
Well, that's okay. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if they belong to us.
Stamps?
Now, Kevin went to a mind reader here a while back, and after 5 minutes, the mind reader gave him his money back.
This last September, my wife and I were married for 35 years. Now, there's a mile marker for you. She's put up with me for a long time. But she was hinting to me before the anniversary that she wanted something maybe that went from 0 to 100 in about 3 seconds. So I thought about it, and I bought her a bathroom scale. That's when the fight started.
So the what? So the preacher took over the Sunday school class. He says, kids, it's a wonderful time of year. It's the time of Easter. It's the time of the resurrection. Do you kids know what the resurrection is? One little boy raises his hand and he says, I'm not sure what it is, but I know if you have a resurrection lasting more than 4 hours, you're supposed to call it that.
Are you serious?
I hope not.
And mine we can't use?
Yes.
So, recently I was out golfing, and I was so in tune with my game that I kind of failed to negotiate one of the banks that happened to be on the fairway that I was on, and I overturned my golf cart into a horrific accident. As luck would have it, I happened to crash next to the home of a very nice-looking young lady who pulled me out from the wreckage, and she brought me up to her patio and nursed me back to health. And as I regained consciousness, I said, yeah, but my wife. She said, oh, don't worry about her right now. She poured me a brandy and had a little brandy and a nice chat, and I said, yeah, but my wife. And the lady said, oh, you can have another brandy. And as I began to consume the second brandy, she's made advances at me. And I said, yeah, but my wife. And this young lady said, well, where is your wife? I said, under the golf cart.
Abe and I are going to sing a medley of songs that we have done for the past 20-some years together.
We don't get them right every time.
We don't intend to get them right anyhow. So, but Abe used to be a school teacher here, right in this very building.
Yay!
I think
That's all my students.
I think probably my kids are out there, and I think you had some of them in there.
I've had everybody out there probably.
But anyhow, one day in class, they were discussing whales. And Abe told the class that whale is the largest mammal on earth. And the little girl spoke up and she said, well, according to the Bible, Jonah was swallowed by a whale. And Abe said, well, I don't think that is really possible. Although the whale is a very large mammal, it has a very small throat. So it'd be physically impossible for him to swallow a human being. And she said, well, when I die and go to heaven, I'm going to look Jonah up and I'm going to ask him. And Abe said, well, you realize Jonah might have gone to hell. She thought for a little bit and she said, well, in that case, I guess then you're going to have to ask him.
I don't know why everybody picks on me.
I was a cook, she was a waitress. down at Salty Sam's Seafood Cafe.
Somewhere between the clam juice and the seaweed salad, some little shrimp just lured her away. Oh, I lobster and ever flounder. He wrapped his line around her and they drove off in his cart. Oh, I lobster and never flounder. Octopus his face and he'll only break her heart.
Oh, my gal said
that she'd be true, that she loved me most of all.
last night I peeked through the old keyhole, saw nothing new in my stall all night long,
From midnight on, all night long, from midnight on. I went to see my gal last night, for pleasure I was a-seeking. I missed her mouth and I kissed her nose, and the darn thing was a-leaking all night long. From midnight on, all night long, from midnight on.
The best friend I ever had
just ran off with my wife,
and left me here alone to face the changes in my life.
The best friend I ever had just
Stole my wife somehow.
I never liked him much before, but man, I love him now.
Well, I'm
Almost sorry now that I caught you messing around.
If you
Packed up your pickup and you boogied out of town. Well, darling, there's something you'd like to know, that I still write your name in the snow. And when the snowflakes fall, I guess I see
that
happy you and me that used to be.
and
When the snow has covered all the ground, I hear your name and I have to write it down. Well, do you think of me when you're feeling low, and wish you could write my name in the snow? Do you think of me when you're feeling low, and wish you could write my name in the snow? In the trailer next to mine, in the trailer next to mine, they go to bed at 8 o'clock and don't get up till 9. They pull the shades away down low, and that's a very good sign that hanky-panky's going on in the trailer next to mine. In the trailer next to mine, in the trailer next to mine, they fuss about the Uno game that goes on all the time. She says that it's his fault they lose, he says they're very unkind. But hanky-panky's still going on in the trailer next to mine.
yeah, got one more. We got backup singers even
We
though
got a
it's
classic.
We're way back though.
Just a bowl of buttered beans.
Just a bowl of beans.
Ice the biscuits if you please.
Ain't that right, Bert?
Just a bowl of beans.
I don't want no turnip greens. All I want is just a bowl of buttered beans.
Just a bowl of beans.
See that woman sitting there,
Just a bowl of beans.
the one with the lovely hair.
Just a bowl of beans.
She's not pregnant as she seems. She's just full of them good old buttered beans.
Just a bowl of beans.
Just a bowl of buttered beans.
Just a bowl of beans.
Pass the cornbread if you please.
Just a bowl of beans.
I don't want no turnip
Just a bowl of
greens.
beans. Just a bowl of
All I want is just a bowl of buttered beans. I don't want no turnip greens. All I want is just a full of butter beans.
Hey, wait just a second, just a second.
What?
You were the director.
Yeah.
You're busy on this song.
Yes.
Anybody here? We need a guest conductor. Could we have a guest conductor? Hey, guest conductor. Come on up and conduct for us. He's kind of a substitute when Chip's busy, so step in for us.
M, I say M-O, M-O-P, M-O-P-P, mop, M-O-P-P, mop, 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 R. I say R-A, R-A-G, R-A-G-G, rag, R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P, rag, mop, doo-doo-da-da. Rag mop doodly da da, 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 R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P, rag mop. A, I say A-B, A-B falls, A-B-C-D, A-B-C-D-E, A-B-C-D-E-F-G-H-I. I say M-O, M-O-P, M-O-P-P, mop, M-O-P-P, mop, 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 R. I say R-A, R-A-G, R-A-G-G, rag, R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P, rag, mop, doo-doo-da-da, 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 R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P, rag, mop, mop, mop.
Now you're going to recognize all the songs we're about to do. When we get to the chorus part, your turn too. Sing along.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to the land on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh Lordy, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
There's a church in the valley by the wildwood, no lovelier place in the vale. No place is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the vale.
Oh, come, 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 come.
Come to the church in the wildwood, come to the church in the vale. No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the vale.
Glory, hallelujah, I shall not be moved. Anchored in Jehovah, I shall not be moved. Just like the tree that planted by the waters, I shall not be moved.
I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved.
I took Jesus as my Savior, you take him too.
I took Jesus as my Savior, you take him too. I took Jesus as my Savior, you take him too. Way beyond the blue. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Way beyond the blue.
Give me that old-time religion, give me that old-time religion, give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me. It was good for Paul and Silas. It was good for Paul and Silas. It was good for Paul and Silas. And it's good enough for me. Give me that old-time religion, give me that old-time religion, give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me.
What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a peace is mine, leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. On the everlasting arms.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Heir of salvation, washed in his blood, born of his Spirit, washed in his blood. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Praising my Savior all the day long.
Hey, Galen.
Hey, what?
Where you been?
Where have you been? Go slow, will you?
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Crossed the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Manama, Apollonia, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Topeka, Andeville. I've been everywhere. You know what? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Okaloosa, Tennessee, Hennessy, Chippewa, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil Lake, Pleasant Lake, for Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Omaha, Sheffieldville, Jacksonville, Waterloo, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Damadina, Pasadena, Catalina. See what I mean, sir? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel, I've done my share, man.
I know someplace you haven't been.
No, you don't. I've been everywhere.
If the ocean was whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and never come up. Rye whiskey, rye whiskey, rye whiskey, I cry. If I don't get rye whiskey, I think I will die. Yeehaw! Ma Pickle.
Well, Tickle, how you been there, boy?
How's them 12 little ones doing?
Well, them ones I had with the preacher's doing all right, but the ones I had with you, not so good.
Whoa, now careful about them stories. Careful about them stories. My wife gets wind of that. She'll put me in a doghouse, the same one that Dave Harpum's in.
Well, there's plenty of room there.
I know.
You back on the shine, boy?
Yeah, hey, did that young'un ever get out of jail yet?
Well, I'm going to visit him. I'm going to pick up some smoke so he's got something to buy a shiv with.
There you go. Sounds good. Hey,
what we
you
got
don't
back
know where
here?
a guy can get a drink, do you? I'm out.
That must be a still. It ain't mine.
Well,
Is it urine?
well, there's that Ron Parker. Look at that. You know, we got to be careful because Ron, ever since he thinks he's the new sheriff of Pleasant Lake, why, things ain't been nothing but revenuers around, so we got to watch out for
We
them
know how to
revenuers.
handle him, but them revenuers is the ones I'm worried about. Boys, fire the still up.
I'm looking for revenuers. You seen any?
Well, I hope not.
Might be some out there somewhere.
I hope not.
I'd like to have us a drink here. To
Yeah.
fire that still up. You need some fire, don't you?
Better put a more fire on that still.
I'd say you
Some
better
more
get
fire on it. There's some more fire. All right. Now we're cooking. Hey, I'll go get us a drink.
for me, but you go over and get you some over.
Come on, Ma, you gotta have a drink.
I don't be needing none of that. You
Come
just
on,
have yourself
take
one
it.
up there.
Well done.
Well done. All right.
That's okay.
Well, all right. I'll have me a sip then. Oh, revenues must be here. Yeah.
How did that taste?
That taste, I don't have it. Tasted like.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll tell you what. You think I should have a drink?
Oh, I believe you'd ought to have
I
it.
should too. I think I should have a big drink.
Well, now, don't be taking it all yourself there, boy.
I didn't get this belly from not drinking a lot of stuff.
Man, but there's got to be revenues out there
Hey,
somewhere, wouldn't you
where's
say?
the revenues at? Hey, they took our still away.
Well, let's follow the still.
Let's go with the still. All right.
Well, I'm glad the guys had their hearing aids turned down. Hope you enjoyed our first half. We're going to break here for a few minutes for an intermission, but we do have a table set up out in the other room, and the guys are taking orders out there. We are having a donut sale next Saturday, and it'll be down to the Steuben Township Fire Station, and you can come pick up donuts around 7 o'clock, or if you order it tonight or with one of the Lions Club members, we will deliver them for you. Also, tonight we're kicking off our fruit sale. We're going to be selling oranges, tangerines, and grapefruits. We're getting them from the same supplier that we did last year, so we got great quality. We sold like 3 semi-loads last year, and we're hoping to sell more this year. All the money we've made from our projects we have turned back into the community. We have done a lot of work down at Steuben Township Park. We have bought the curtains for the gym in Pleasant Lake. And we bought some playground equipment for the school. We have bought a lot of eyeglasses, a lot of other things too that slips from my mind right now. Just about every dollar that we take in as profit from our projects, we put right back out in the community. That's what a Lions Club is for, is to serve the community. Also, we want to thank Trent Lewis and the 101 Cable Company. He is taping the show tonight. I think he's up there. All I see is a spotlight. But anyhow, those DVDs can be ordered at the table this evening also. And also on Sunday, there'll be a benefit for Richard Hedgeland. They're going to be serving a meal from 1 to 4, and they're going to be having some silent auctions. This fellow's had some physical problems and needs some money to help pay some bills. So if you would please take care of all those things for us, we'd appreciate it. Also, we want you to make sure you look at that program we give you tonight. We hope you enjoy those programs of some of the old time things that's gone on in the city of Pleasant Lake. But also there's a list of advertisers in there. And without the support of those advertisers and without the support of you people, we would not be able to do all the projects that we do. So we are now going to take a 10-minute break. I believe that's about 10 minutes. When you get retired, you start to lose track of time, among other things. Glad you came back for the second half. The second half, we're going to mosey down the streets of Pleasant Lake. We're going to stop off at the Pleasant Lake High School, and then we're going to go on down to Dr. Lake's office. Now, my understanding is that several of you people have been delivered by Dr. Lake. But let's mosey on down to the school right now, because my understanding there's a basketball game going on, and I believe Pleasant Lake is playing Salem Center.
Three cheers for dear Peeling High. We'll never leave you, always stand by. Fight to the finish, never give in. We're here to help you boys to win. We never stagger, we never fall. Come on now, boys, hang on to that ball. We're rough and we're tough and we know our stuff. So 3 cheers for Peeling High. Rock, rock, rock! 3 cheers for dear Peeling High. We'll never leave you, always stand by. Fight to the finish, never give in. We're here to help you boys to win. We never stagger, we never fall. Come on now, boys, hang on to that ball. We're rough and we're tough and we know our stuff. So 3 cheers for Peeling High. Rock, rock, rock!
Nurse! Nurse! I have got to see the doctor.
You got an appointment?
No, I don't have an appointment, but I'm not feeling good. I don't know what it is. I'm nervous. I just can't even begin to think of what's going on. I got to see the doctor.
You got 4 people ahead of you. Can you wait?
4 people.
Yeah. Sit down and have a seat.
Four-
I got
four-
4 appointments ahead of you.
Okay, you sure? You can't work me in.
I will work you in, but it's 4 people.
Okay.
Nurse, nurse, I need to see the doctor. I got a scratch.
You got an appointment, right?
Yeah, I got an appointment. Yeah.
Okay. Have a seat. He'll be with you in a minute.
What you got wrong with you?
I got a scratch.
Yeah, you got a bad one.
Nurse, 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 hey, nurse. I got to see the doctor right away.
Are you all right?
Nope, fine. Nurse.
You got an appointment, right?
Well, no, but I did stay the night at the Holiday Inn last night.
Have a seat. I'll work you in. Okay.
What do you got wrong? What do you got wrong with you?
I'm starting to itch now. Nurse.
Nurse, can I get in to see the doctor? I've got an awful cold. It seems like I've got an awful draft up this skirt. I've got an awful cold.
You got an appointment?
No, but I could sure like to see him as soon as I can.
Have a seat. I'm going to try to work you guys in.
Okay.
rehearsal all the time I'm here. Hey! Hey! You gotta get somebody in here. Where are they at? Hey! Are they coming any time here? I got
You all right?
I'm feeling better now that I got out of there. I don't know what it was, but I think I'm catching it. Well, I've been called a hypochondriac. But it's not just in my head. I'm really sick.
There's in there someplace.
I got measles, mumps, and halitosis, the flu and mononucleosis, and you got to get this right here. You want to start over?
I'll probably screw it up again.
Okay. Well, I've been called a hypochondriac, but it's not just in my head. I'm really sick. Good job. I got measles, mumps, and halitosis, the flu and a mononucleosis, and I'm always taking over-the-counter drugs. And I take Alarest, Actifed, Sinofed, Sudafed, Thumbs and Colsus Quick Rub, Sinex, Comtrex, Dristan, Seritan, Bengay, and Vicks Vapor Rub, Malox, Murine, Milk of Magnesia, Codeine and Kaopectate, Chloroseptic, Alka-Seltzer Plus, Preparation aids and roll aids. And I take Anacin, Afrin, Neosynephrine, Tronolane, and Triaminic. Advil, Datril, Benadryl, NyQuil, because it got alcohol in it. Bufferin, Benylin, Tylenol, Pellegrin, Pepto-Bismol, and no dose. Digel, Donagel, Carter's Little Liver Pills, DC Fiber, I've tried those. And I take Mycotin, Nuprin, Metaprin, Robitussin, Fiberol, Regutol, and Metamucil. Neosporin, Hall's Mentholyptus, and X-Lax still can be useful. And I'm always taking over-the-counter, always taking over-the-counter, always taking over-the-counter drugs.
Colorectal surgeon, misunderstood and much maligned, slaving away in the heart of darkness, working where the sun don't shine. Respect the colorectal surgeon, it's a calling few would pray. Lift up your hands and join us, let's all do the finger wave. When it comes to spreading joy, there are many techniques. Some spread joy to the world, while others just spread cheeks. I think the cardiologist is their best friend. Let the colorectal surgeon know he'll get you in the end. Why be a colorectal surgeon? It's one of those mysterious things. Is it because in that profession there are always openings? When I first met a colorectal surgeon, he did not quite understand. I said, hey, it's nice to meet you, but do you mind if we don't shake hands? He sailed
right through medical school because he was a whiz. But he never thought of psychology when he read passages. A doctor he wanted to be, for golf he loved to play. But this is not quite what he meant by 18 holes a day. The colorectal surgeon here and now will raise a glass for the rectal surgeon, like the rectum can tell a liquid from a gas. We praise a colorectal surgeon, misunderstood and much maligned, slaving away in the heart of darkness, working where
Beam us up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life here. So if you're talking to older people in Pleasant Lake, and in Pleasant Lake, who else would you be talking to? If you're talking to older people in Pleasant Lake, it's important to know the geography. Not the geography of Pleasant Lake, the geography of Florida. People in Pleasant Lake have a vague idea of where Evansville is, but they know the exact distance from Orlando to Sarasota and from Fort Myers to Bonita Springs. Florida, or as we sometimes refer to it, God's waiting room.
Abe Tholles had a big black tomcat that he finally decided he wanted to get rid of. So he called Kenny Parker and said, "Kenny, would you take my black tomcat?" And Kenny said, "Yeah, bring him out. He'll be a good mouser out here." So Abe takes him out, and Abe gets back home, and the old Tom's sitting on the front porch. Beat him home. So he decided he'd take him a little further next time. He'd take him out to Kevin's Toy. And he beat him home again. So Abe decided he had a friend in Kentucky, and that he would take that old tomcat down there, and that tomcat wouldn't find his way home. Well, he takes the tomcat to Kentucky, and anyway, after a couple of days, he calls home to Nancy, and he said, "Nancy, is old Tom sitting on the front porch?" And he said, "Yep, he is. Put him on the phone. I need directions to get home."
Hey, everybody here knows Davy and Ralph, right? They've been buddies forever. As a matter of fact, they go way back. Nobody much knows this, but they met each other waiting outside the operating room when they were young lads. And Ralph looks over at Davy and goes, "What are you in for?" And Davy says, "Well, I'm here to have my tonsils taken out. I'm a little nervous." Well, Ralphie goes, "Hey, don't worry about it. This is very cool." He says, "They're going to put you to sleep. They're going to take you in, do the operation. When you come out and you wake up, you're going to get all the ice cream and the Jell-O that you can eat. It's great. You're going to love it." And he says, "Well, what are you in for?" And Davy says that to him, and he goes, "Well," he says, "I'm in here to get circumcised." And Davy goes, "Whoa," he says, "I had that done when I was when I was born, I'm sorry," and he said, "I couldn't walk for a year."
When the lightning walks about, ain't gonna need this house no longer, ain't gonna need this house no more. Ain't got time to fix the shingles, ain't got time to fix the floor, ain't got time to oil the hinges, nor to mend the window pane. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, I'm getting ready to meet the saints. This old house is getting shaky, this old house is getting old, this old house that's in the rain, this old house that's in the cold. All my knees are getting chilly, but I feel no fear nor pain, 'cause I see an angel peeking through the roof. this house no longer, ain't gonna need this house no more. Ain't got time to fix the shingles, ain't got time to fix the floor, ain't got time to oil the hinges, nor to mend the window pane. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, I'm getting ready to meet the saints. This old house is afraid of thunder, this old house is afraid of storm. This old house just groans and trembles when the night wind flings its arm. This old house is getting feeble, this old house is getting pain. Just like me, it struck her now, but I'm getting ready to meet the saints. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, ain't gonna need this house no more. Ain't got time to fix the shingles, ain't got time to fix the floor, ain't got time to oil the hinges, nor to bend the window pane. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, I'm getting ready to meet the saints. Ain't gonna need this house no longer, I'm getting ready to meet the saints.
19 years and still going strong, I guess. Well, you know I can be found sitting home all alone. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Baby, if I made you mad, something I might have said, please forget the past. Future is bright ahead. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Maybe it's just you I'm thinking of. I don't stop thinking of me. I don't make me feel this way. Come on over here and love me. You know what I want you to say. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Why should we be apart? I really love you, baby, cross my heart. Now let's walk up to the preacher and let us say I do. Then you'll know you have me, and I know I'll have you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's just you I'm thinking of. Let's slow her down a little bit, Wally.
Anybody ever tell you you look sexy?
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we've drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer's day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? I wonder if you're lonesome tonight. You know, someone said that the world's a stage and each must play a part. Fate had me playing in love with you, my sweetheart. Act 1 was when we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act Two. You seemed to change. You acted strange. And why, I've never known. Honey, you lied when you said you loved me, and I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing your lies than to go on living without you. Now the stage is bare, and I'm standing here with emptiness all around. And if you won't come back to me, then they can bring the curtain down. Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we've drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer's day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Would you? So I went to a lawyer, said I want me one of them divorces. He says, you got grounds? I said, yeah, I got me 40 acres east of town. He said, no, that ain't what I'm talking about. Does he ever beat you? I said, no, he knows better than do that because I could whoop him better than he can me. The lawyer says, well, has he got any assets? I said, yeah, his assets on TV, or on the couch watching TV all day. That's why they want me a divorce.
Kevin, no. Say, Eric.
Hey, what?
Yeah. You know what Ivan the Terrible, Attila the Hun, Peter the Great, and Henry VIII all had in common?
I have no idea what.
Same middle name. Now, those of you who got that, go ahead and explain it to the other people around you.
Now, the Lions Club on occasions goes out and puts programs on for different churches and different organizations, but one evening we were singing at a little church out in Salem Township, and a little old lady come down the aisle in a wheelchair, looked like she was probably 90 years old, feeble, and she sat there and she watched Shorty Mordiff like you wouldn't believe. Just watched Shorty, one eye just never took it off of him. After we finished singing, I walked over to her and I said, ma'am, I said, I noticed you had your eye on Shorty Mordiff. Oh, he said, yes, he looks like my third husband. And I said, ma'am, how many times you been married? And she says, twice.
Well, at the beginning of the year at the Pleasant Lake Elementary School, the kindergarten kids all showed up for their first day of school, and they all brought presents for the teacher. And the first one to come in was the florist's son, and he comes in with a nice bouquet of flowers and gives it to the teacher. The next child to come up was the candy store owner's daughter. And she came in with a pretty box of candy and set it on the teacher's desk. And the third child to come in was the liquor store owner's son. And he's got a pretty good hefty box, and he brings it up and he sets it down on the teacher's desk. And she picks it up and kind of feels it, and notices there's a little drop of moisture on that box. And she sets it down, she kind of tastes that little bit, and she goes, "Is that wine?" And the little boy goes, "No." And she goes, taste it again, says, "Well," it says, "champagne?" And the little boy goes, "No, it's a puppy."
Well, well, well. Look who's here. I haven't seen you in many a year.
If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? That you dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band, grandest band in the land. That you dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band. Spread the welcome mat for you. Oh, I don't know where you came from, 'cause I don't know where you've been. But it really doesn't matter, grab a chair and fill your bladder and dig, dig, dig right in. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, hired a band. Goodness sakes, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? Had you dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band, grandest band in the land. Had you dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band and spread the welcome mat for you. Oh, I don't know where you came from, 'cause I don't know where you've been. But it really doesn't matter, grab a chair and fill your bladder and dig, dig, dig right in. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, hired a band. Goodness sakes, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? How'd you do?
The gentlemen have a little bit of red, white, and blue on tonight. We ought to put a little patriotism into our program this evening. And so I'd like to talk and sing about a country that we all know dearly and love, and that is America. A cartographer by the name of Amerigo Vespucci was given credit. He said that is not a new world, that's a new land. And so as a result, it bears his name. Who would have thought the name America would become so very popular? United States of America, call it what you want, starting as 13 colonies, becoming a great nation of 50 states. Today, we honor that country. We celebrate in many ways the birthplace of the greatest democracy ever to be on the face of the earth. As it affords to us our many liberties, may we always enjoy and protect and thank God for what He has given to us. It's a great country. Mistakes that we have, mistakes that we've made, depressions we've endured, various other things that have plagued this country's history. But we're still here, we're still loving it, and we're still the greatest land of all. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with
from sea to shining sea. America, thank you.
Oh, my children are hungry and my deeds of bone. I ain't got a job now, I'm just a-traveling home. It's an hour after sundown, and much to my delight, oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlights tonight. There's 5 pounds of possum in my headlights tonight. If I could run him over, everything would be all right. Oh, we'll make some possum gravy. Oh, what a wonderful sight. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. We won't have to clean no chickens. We won't have to open no cans. Just a little closer and I'll have him in my hands. Well, I think the time has come to put my headlights on bright. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. If I can run him over, everything will be all right. Oh, we'll make some possum gravy. Oh, what a wonderful sight. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. My children are hungry and my dog needs a bone. I ain't got a job now, I'm just a-traveling home. It's an hour after sundown and much to my delight, oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. If I can run him over, everything will be all right. Oh, we'll make some possum gravy. Oh, what a wonderful sight. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight. Oh, there's 5 pounds of possum in my headlight tonight.
I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown, because those dear hearts and gentle people will never ever let you down. They read the good book from Friday till Monday. That's how the weekend goes. I got a dream house I'll build there one day, with picket fence and Ramblin' Road. I feel so welcome each time that I return, that my happy heart keeps laughing like a clown. Dear hearts and gentle people who live and love in my hometown. There's a trip I'd like to take, and it's back to Pleasant Lake, where the friendly neighbors smile and say hello, hello. It's a pleasure and a treat to meander down the street. That's why I want the whole wide world to know I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown. Because those dear hearts and gentle people will never ever let you down. They read the good book from Friday till Monday. That's how the weekend goes. I got a dream 1, 2, 3, 4. The purpose of a man is to love a woman, and the purpose of a woman is to love a man. So come on, baby, let's start today. Come on, baby, let's play the game of love. Love, 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 love. It started long ago in the Garden of Eden when Adam said to Eve, baby, you're for me. So come on, baby, let's start today. Come on, baby, let's play the game of love. Love, 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 love. Come on, baby, 'cause the time is right. Love your daddy with all your might. Put your arms around me, hold me tight. Play the game of love. The purpose of a man is to love a woman, and the purpose of a woman is to love a man. So come on, baby, let's start today. Come on, baby, let's play the game of love. Love, 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 love. You all having a good time? Come on, baby, 'cause the time is right. Love your daddy with all your might. Put your arms around me, hold me tight. Play the game of love. Purpose of a man is to love a woman, and the purpose of a woman is to love a man. So come on, baby, let's start today. Come on, baby, let's play the game of love. Love, 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 love. The game of love, baby. The game of love, 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 love. The game of love, baby. The game of love, 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 love. The game of love, baby. The game of love, 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 love. I see you looking my way. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? In the car, walking down the highway. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? When you move up closer to me, I get a feeling that ooh, can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? 'Cause you're the one I love. You're the one I love. When I feel you put your arms around me, baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Then I'm glad, mighty glad I found you. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? When you asked me to meet your mom, I knew that, baby, we'd be going far. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? 'Cause you're the one I love. You're the one I love. You guys have no rhythm.
We're old.
All my friends are crying out to meet you. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Now's the time to go and see the preacher. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? Wedding bells are gonna chime. Baby, baby, you're gonna be mine. Can't you hear the pounding of my heartbeat? 'Cause you're the one I love. You're the one I love. All right, here we go. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? 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 Where's my Dave Clark 5 fans? Well, I went to a dance just the other night. Everybody there was there. I said over and over and over again, this dance is gonna be a drag. I said over and over and over again, this dance is gonna be a drag. I said
said over and over and over again, this dance is gonna be a drag. Ow, 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 ow.
All at once it happened, the prettiest in the world. I said, won't you come over and talk to me and be my girl?
I said, won't you come over and talk to me and be my girl? I said, won't you come over and talk to me and be my girl?
Ow,
ow, ow, ow.
She said she was sorry, and I was a little bit late. She would have waited and waited and waited and waited for her steady date.
She would have waited and waited and waited and waited for her steady day. She would have waited and waited and waited and waited for her steady day. Ow, 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 ow.
All right, I got one more surprise. This is my request. So I want you all to sing along as loud as you can. Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. The shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jane. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? She was on me as a white knight on the sea. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do I really need? Cheer up, sleepy teen. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? All right, are you guys ready to go by yourselves? Here we go. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? One more time. Cheer up, sleepy teen. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
Give me a moment. If you could have seen what we saw back here. So just hold on. Live from Pleasant Lake via Angola. That's all I can say. Okay, there was a hermit that lived out in the sticks, never been to town before, and all of a sudden he comes into town, stops by the local bank, talks to the manager and says, I'd like to borrow $10,000 to put in a bathroom. And the bank manager says, well, I don't recognize you. Where have you been doing your business? He says, out in the woods. Why do you think I need a bathroom?
So Abe Thalls is driving down the road, and Ron Parker is riding with him. They're riding along, and zip, they went right through a red light. Ron goes, whoa, Abe, what are you doing? They're driving down the road, zip through another red light. Abe, what is that? Zip through a third red light. Ron says, Abe, you're running all the red lights. Abe says, oh, am I driving?
Now, we have a lot of meetings down at Elton's home while we're putting this program together. And one evening he called and said, Ron, would you come on over? He said, we're going to have a 7-course meal. And I thought, well, gee, that sounds pretty good. So I get over there, and we had a possum and a 6-pack.
I just swam in from Pleasant Lake. Woo! I was at a class reunion with my wife here a couple of years ago, and she were sitting at a table, and we noticed this man sitting over it. She was staring at him, to be honest, sitting at this other table, and he was just swilling his drinks, you know, and had this longing look. And I looked at her and I said, do you know that guy? She sighs and goes, yeah. He was my boyfriend before I got out of school, and he hasn't had a sober day since we broke up. And I said, my gosh, has he been celebrating that long?
This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. In the shadow of the steeple by the relief office, I saw my people as they stood there hungry. I stood there wondering, is this land made for you and me? As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling,
As the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, singing, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking my freedom highway. Nobody living can make me turn back. God bless America for me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond desert. And all around me a voice was sounding, sing it! This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
Now, Kathy wasn't expecting this.
This is not nice.
This is not nice.
This was not on the program.
Some of you know that this is going to be Kathy's last show with us, as she is moving away, as far away from the Pleasant Lake Lions Club as she can get. Kathy and I grew up together. Well, I grew up, but she's been doing this show with us for a long time, and she's put up with a lot from us. Imagine putting up with these guys day after day. We try to work on these shows, and imagine, if you will, trying to get us to sing.
Now you know what's wrong with me.
Trying to get us to sing the same lyrics at the same time is tough enough. She even tries to get us in the same key sometimes. I mean, it's amazing. But Kathy, wherever you go, whatever you do, you'll always be the sweetheart of the Pleasant Lake Lions Club. Guys, stay here and see. Okay, now you can go play the piano.
Sweet I may be somebody's mother. You may think that this is the end.
And it is.